He's done dancing, and look at that physique.
Oh my God! Rolando!
I tell you,
Shoulders are down!
Puts on the ropes.
Wait a minute, what? What? Cardona, what's he doing in this match?
Who is that?
That's Matt Cardona. I recognize the music. Shot to the gut.
Oh, Rolando, no.
Oh, Rush eats the chair.
Enjoying this, though. Get him.
Yeah. Wait a minute, is Brady Pierce aligned with Cardona?
Apparently he is.
I mean,
Thumbs up.
wait a minute.
Thumbs up.
Oh, I guess not.
Oh, no. Oh, onto the back of Pierce.
No friends Cardona over here.
There are bodies everywhere.
Here come the rest of our referees. This was supposed to be a clean match. Wait, throws Rush. What's he doing?
1, 2, 3.
Thanksgiving is a time to celebrate with family and friends, to enjoy a delicious meal, and to give thanks for all the blessings in life. But for some, it is also a time to settle old scores, to dish out some pain and humiliate your in-laws. For the past 2 weeks, Aaron Stevens has been on a warpath ever since Magic Inc.'s CJ delivered a low blow to the former NWA national champion. And Stevens, who prides himself on being a master of the martial arts, challenged the Brazilian beauty to a match unlike any other. A match where there will be no striking, only grappling. A pure wrestling contest where the loser will have to gobble like a turkey in front of the whole world. A match that Aaron calls the Turkey Gobbler match. Who will carve out a victory, and who will be left guzzling in autumnal shame? Who will feast on glory, and who will be left with yesterday's leftovers? This is the NWA, where history lives and where legends are forged.
What is up, you beautiful people? This is Gary Horton. This is the NWA, the show celebrating the past, present, future, history, legacy, and tradition of the greatest pro wrestling entity of all time. Of course, we're talking about the National Wrestling Alliance. And welcome to the live stream with Danny Deals and Kyle Davis.
Hey, it would be great if Joe was here, but Joe is in Jamaica right now on his honeymoon. We just had an amazing wrestling weekend right now. Big thanks to everybody in Florida that came out there. Return to Robar's. We celebrated 50 years of Austin Idol. We celebrated 30 years of returning to Sarasota, Florida. And we got big events coming up. And in case you're wondering what the NWA Paranoia is on there, that's going to be happening Fort Lauderdale, Florida, January 13th. Tickets should be on sale later on this week. More news to come about that. Another live event. Be there in person. And, of course, those will be taped for NWA Power coming up. In case you were in Robar's Arena for that event as well. You also know that the vibe was a little bit different. Nice little new set there. Gee, I wonder why we might have had a new set and having that live event feel with all the lighting and the colors and all this stuff. Who's to say? Not the dirt sheets. Moving on.
Well, just starting right out of the gate with some heat there.
I've had a long day. We left. I drove back late Saturday night, got back to the house here early Sunday morning, did a bunch of other stuff, had to go celebrate with my friend. He just got engaged. Congratulations, June and Jeff. Got to hang out with my ex-wife and my girlfriend because we're all friends with them, so that was fun. And then dove into work today, ladies and gentlemen. So it's been non-stop, and we are going strong. Big things on the horizon, some that I can talk about, some that I can't. But hell, let's not screw around. Let's make this stuff happen because let's face it, the world doesn't stop just because life is busy.
No, or even just for the holiday. We're still here hanging out with you guys.
Holy shit, Thanksgiving's this Thursday. I forgot. I'll probably be working.
Well, yeah.
You know what? The Deals man will be working Thanksgiving weekend because WrestleCade is this weekend as well. I'll be there. I got Southern Six with me. I got Pretty Empowered with me. There's shows, there's panels, there's signing, there's all kinds of stuff. There's one of them. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
look at that.
And I still haven't uploaded the other one.
I love how happy Pretty Empowered were in their graphic, and then you cut to Alex Taylor, and he just looks like, I don't want to be here.
Yeah. It's one of my favorite weekends of the year, and has
You've been talking about it all year long. I'm not even joking about that. You literally every year, like, hey guys, WrestleCade. Deals is finally in a position where he can bring anything he wants, anywhere he wants, and he wanted to bring the NWA to WrestleCade. He made it happen. Danny Deals up there in the corner. He's the man that makes the events what they need to be.
It's one of my favorite weekends. I go eat a bunch of food at my mother's, and then I drive down to Winston-Salem, and then I see a bunch of we make some money, and we have some beers. And I see a bunch of friends of mine that work elsewhere in the industry that we don't get to see each other all the time like we used to. It's a good time. It's like a drunk ass family reunion in wrestling.
Somebody in the chat I saw said the polo looks great. This is the old polo from the summer tour. I forgot to talk to you. Joe had it. He said you set one aside for me, baby. I hope there is a large over there in black because it's more thinning. Look at that, folks. The Globe logo, new polos. Those are going to be available, are they not?
Yeah, they are. The only reason I didn't wear it was because I wore this to remind myself that if you didn't get it, look, the Deals man, when I tell you things, I'm not lying to you. It's over. I think I have 3 smalls left. Maybe. It's over. So I did that to remind myself. Although I guess I could sell this one event used.
So would you say that the deal is over, man?
Yeah, lightweight, but I'm going to make another hoodie. I already told you about it, actually. I already told you about it.
We talked about it. We talked about a lot of things. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now. And National Wrestling Alliance, like nothing else there.
Bunch of stuff coming. But I do have some things currently. Garrison, why don't you throw that up on the screen there? I feel like one of those podcast birds. Yeah, look at that. So I will tell you that the pink shirt is nearly sold out. The orange is for real nearly sold out. All those talent shirts you see there are all low, especially M95. Southern Six would be, but I had reordered it. All those other ones are low, BFT. So you got to grab them now. What else you got up there?
Let's see. Well, we got this sweet looking tracksuit. Look at that.
We do. Old Mean Missa rocking the tracksuit right there. That's pretty sweet. Those are actually getting pretty low. I did the inventory when we came back from Sarasota. I was like, oh, holy smokes. So maybe I got to make another one. Maybe I reprint it, or maybe I make another one. Maybe we do the Kyle and Deals thing and we just color variant the shit out of everything.
You know, Satin Jacket I just saw on there. Speaking of Satin Jacket, I got to hang out with Bobby Fulton this weekend. So, I mean, hey, he looks good in a jacket. Maybe we could do one of those down the road. But who's to say? Missa Kate there rocking everything. We got Yabo, Ruffo, The insane clown himself, Violent J, on there. Look at that. Abracadabra, boom, shock a day.
That's a really nice banner. That's a horizontal banner, not a vertical one. Jay loved that thing. I'm going to give him some because he was in love with it. We made a couple. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I don't have the Kinsey one pulled up right there. It looks like I thought I had.
Well, there's this one too behind me.
Yeah, and the power one.
That's
there.
a new one. Oh, I got another special one too coming for some of yous. Yeah.
Oh, deals. Yeah. This is a completely off subject matter that I'll be vague about, but it'll still annoy the shit out of people in there. By the way, somebody asked probably an hour. You say with you and me, I just want to remind myself right now, step and repeat for the promos because I was doing some promos there. I can't wait to take out, maybe replace that NWA USA graphic with a logo of a network.
Yes. I actually sent an email today. I should have tagged you on it, but I didn't. I sent it right to the Bezos. And I just told them, because we had talked about it before, and I just said, hey, remember, you know what I mean? Like that banner we got, that can be generic pay-per-view, but we have to make another one.
Yeah, definitely. I approve. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, just ignore all that conversation. It'll come through eventually. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's happy. I hope everything's fantastical. Big episode this week of NWA Power. It's a holiday tradition.
I don't think he ever did find that jacket. Talk about
no. He told me a rumor that he kept on hearing on certain things. He's like, I can't do my Bobby Fulton impression because somebody's going to take offense to it. Needless to say, it's fantastic. Hey, fantastic. Look what I did there. Either way, there's a big rumor, and he told me that he saw the dirt sheets who might have taken it, but that's beside the point.
Okay. I mean, somebody has to know, right?
You're not going to get me to do it. I almost went right into it.
Yeah, somebody's got to know. Garrison Saban, throw us a life wrap.
Show me that you fix it.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. We need an NWA shop Black Friday disco.
Yeah, there will be one, Scott. There will be one. I'll blast it out everywhere.
We ain't there yet. Yeah. It's only Monday.
No, but some people they've been starting it earlier and earlier every year, and I almost started early too, but.
I just bought some gimmicks for my my comic book figures in the other room from a canofbeams.com. That's a little cheap plug there if anybody wants stuff for their action figures, little modifiers, little stuff to make them look like they're doing little Kirby crackles and stuff. Kyle Davis took the jacket. Yeah, I don't think it would fit me, bro.
Yeah, no, Kyle's jacked. Rush. Kyle might be more jacked now than when he wrestles.
Oh my God, I was watching matches last night. I watched my second match ever in Ring of Honor, and I was just like, you know what? If only I'd put the work in, I could have been something. Also, if I was 6'2", that would have been good. Yeah, I have one that goes up and down with a button. I have one of those in the other room that I never use, but I'm going to try to write it off during taxes.
Kyle, I think you found exactly what you were supposed to be doing.
Yeah, who would have thought that being short but being able to talk would get you places?
Hey, well, sometimes it works.
Looks good next.
By the way, last night, that was the first thing that my ex said to me. She looked at me in front of my current, and she goes, have you gotten shorter?
In the chat. Bobby's in the chat. He says, I want my jacket back.
Bobby!
He's in the chat.
Bobby, baby! No shit! Bobby, I'm sorry you were disrespected when we were in row bars. You deserve all the adulation and stuff like that, but we should have known better. Austin Idol, of course, not being respectful of everything that happened. One day that jacket, we're going to find it. But it was Austin Idol. Can't trust that guy.
It probably was. He probably took it as a rib and forgot he did. That's a true story that happened in Nashville. I think it was Bully Douglas. He had like some super sweet jacket or something he made, and Chase Stevenson took it as a rib and hid it, and Bully forgot. And Bully, and was not a small dude, and he was like, "I'm gonna kill somebody." What? And then when Chase found it one day, he was like, "Oh man!" So he hid it in somebody else's closet, and then Bully found it. This whole thing, but it went on forever. But he forgot he hid them. I'm always I can't remember the story that one, but.
Fantastic.
I want to bring up real quick, if I could. I saw Kobe mention in the chat that we're welcome back in Cleveland whenever. I saw somebody asking for us back in let's see, Louisville. I think I saw Knoxville in there. I just think it's a good time to mention too, although not I guess NWA proper, But this coming up,
Territory.
we got Territory show.
This is Territory.
September 1st. Colder weather from Exodus Pro. That's coming up.
What's going on the next day?
And the very next day, you got How Coalfield Stole Christmas. That's over near Knoxville.
If you want to see Joe Galley will be there actually on commentary, recently booked. I was just asked to be a part of the event, but unfortunately life's chaotic. So I'm like, next year, let's talk about that. Why is William Patrick Corgan, the NWA president, at How Coalfield Stole Christmas? Is it because Billy loves Christmas? We've all seen the memes. We've all seen everything. And the Smashing Pumpkins are going to be on the ABC Disney special coming up for Thanksgiving and possibly maybe another holiday. Just putting it out there. This isn't a cheat or anything. I'm not speaking out of turn. We've seen the graphic online where he grabs the doll there and throws it. But why is he there? Who's to say? Probably a big announcement. All I'm going to say is maybe if you were curious about our territories, you should be there.
Ooh,
maybe Joe Kazana Productions knows something that you don't know.
The guy's talking about Pikeville, Kentucky. That's the name of that town. I was trying to think of this town. I'm pretty sure that me and Sal, we were there in the TNA truck, right? And we had gone on this crazy trip. We got no sleep. It was whatever. And he tried to walk through a Wendy's drive-thru, and they wouldn't let him.
Oh, that's happened to me before.
And so he had to hang on the truck. I pulled him up, turned it off. He ordered it and came over.
Back in my ROH days, we would try to hit the drive-thru. We'd try to walk through because we couldn't. Yeah. Let's do business here in Memphis, Tennessee. One day, folks. Myrtle Beach is Wrestling Royalty. Please come to Maryland. All right, that works there.
That's Johnny Dotson. He's a long time.
Yeah, there we go. Smashing Pumpkins on the ABC Disney.
Long time wrestler.
That's right.
Yeah, Memphis guy. I've done some shows with him.
Please come to Maryland. All right.
Maryland. Appalachian Arena.
We got a whole year next year to start popping up in places we haven't been before. And we hope that as the exposure increases and the word of mouth, once everything gets settled about that and we can start talking publicly, we're hoping that'll give us some great opportunities there. We're also hoping that, the wrestling fans, once they get some more insight into how things happen in the National Wrestling Alliance, even behind the curtain and the stage, that they'll also get a little bit excited about things like that. You might find you really hate somebody that you liked, or you might really like somebody that you hate. Either way, whatever the hell I'm talking about remains to be seen, guys. But
I like that.
At a certain point, innuendo becomes reality. Just putting that out there. Like Texas, we talked to several venues in Texas. It is definitely on the horizon in the plan. But of course, our next event, we were thinking about Texas in January, but we're going to be in Fort Lauderdale, Florida for NWA Paranoia, NWA live event that will also be a power taping.
You can't make WW territory. They get their own thing.
Yeah.
There's more going on there than.
But historically, we are up for working with every company there is.
Worked with them, but yeah. They got
also NWA head of talent relations, Pat Kenny. There used to be Simon Diamond in ECW, and all throughout wrestling, he had a definitely exposure elsewhere. And him and Al Snow are very, very tight, especially from the TNA days. So that's always a personal connection there.
They always rode together back then. The three of us are still to this day on a group chat that started in like 2014 there, where I just send them bad wrestling posters and stuff.
Mm-hmm. I just got my posters all framed too. So one day when I move to the new place, the office, what you'll see in the background right now, transition still, we'll have all my old NWA and Smashing Pumpkins tour and ECW memo and everything else on the wall.
EC3's been over at OVW a good bit too. So
he's there all the regular.
He's everywhere.
He's a regular.
Marietta, Georgia, at the Roxy, Coca-Cola Rock. Is the Roxy the same thing as the Coca-Cola Roxy? Because that's in Atlanta, where I used to live. And we weren't talking to the Coca-Cola Roxy. That's another venue that we might
wasn't Sal looking?
Yeah, Sal was pushing for that too. Wish we could see Zane and Dave Dawson back in the NWA again. The first tag team in the first match on NWA Power. They do have a historical thing there as well.
I was in the crowd for them. I used to yell so loud at them how much I hated them.
You know a team I don't hate that I keep on trying to get back, and one day, even though sometimes one wrestles, sometimes Dark City Fight Club. If I can get Dark City Fight Club,
I want the Rip City Shooters.
I talked much trash to the Dawsons out in the when I was yelling.
As long as we don't go to the Tabernacle in Atlanta, I'm all right with that.
I like the tabernacle.
It sucks because you've never loaded in there. That's why.
Oh, I can't imagine loading it in there. How do you even load into it? It's an old 7-story tall church. That thing's got to be a nightmare to load.
There is a thing like this.
Oh, boy.
You got to do this. Believe me, that place was built for Johnny and the Puke Stains with an amp and a drum set.
That's probably true.
The one show I went there was Dave Chappelle and Jon Stewart doing stand-up together. It was fantastic.
In it, but loading in it, it's the difficulty range is close to the Manhattan Center, Kyle.
There we go. John Davis still wrestling at the highest level, still the absolute man. John Davis is such a badass. I would love to have him everywhere, and also I like talking to him.
He's one of your
fantastic. Cousins. He is one of my. Yeah, that's right. At the height of HD Net era, Adam Pearce, who obviously former NWA World's Heavyweight Champion, was in charge of the company at that point in time. And this is a shoot thing. If there was a segment going long or something happened, literally you'd hear Pearce in the back be like, "Send out Dark City," and Dark City Fight Club would do a shoot run-in to end matches or segments and just start laying people out. I have a shirt that literally says "Keep calm, send Dark City." I was wearing that shit at the gym yesterday. Seriously, so weird. I feel so old having this conversation right now, but NWA Power, if Dark City's ever a part of that, would be, yes, send Dark City. That's right, baby.
No, when all
right now,
all the pre-shows that we were able to do for them were in that time, and it happened when we were there, but it was legendary.
Oh,
right? People would joke about it, but you know what I mean. I never actually saw it because survival of the fittest and stuff like that, like 09 and stuff.
It would happen at the ECW. The thing that triggered me is somebody talked about ECW Arena, which also we are looking at over the course of this year. Very much looking forward to be a part of there because I haven't been.
And listen, there's a Paris, Tennessee too, so we.
There is. I haven't been in the arena since we did tapings there for HDNet and Ring of Honor in 2010.
I like that building in Collinsville.
Yeah,
that was a good building. No. And they had those
Carrie Awful in the chat. I keep seeing Carrie Awful lurking around the Power, the NWA studio. It's about time for these guys to show up at some point. It feels like we should. I'd like to see parties on NWA Power.
Is this what happens when Kyle does a massive workout and then drops gummies and jumps online? I didn't work out today. I worked out yesterday. I've just been so focused on work, but I did take some of my medicine, and it does put me in a good place. So here we go. I miss Joe. Plus, I'm seeing cute pictures of Joe in the ocean with his wife and everything like that, and they look super happy. And I'm just happy for one of my best friends to be enjoying life right now. Paris, France, the only acceptable Paris. Well, there is a bit of a problem with us flying there. A lot of money. So let's not think about Paris, France quite yet. Los Angeles is a great place to be. But here's the issue. West Coast flights very, very expensive.
You're homeless.
Kyle Munchies. I don't care if I do. Let's do that.
Let's see. We used to say death to false tag teams for over a decade on the Indies. It's going to be death to false cardies. It's going to be interesting. Yeah, they've been talking some trash about a team online. I can't say for sure who.
No, because Jebediah or what's his
Malachi does have kind of a carnival thing going on, but
Malachi called it out. No, Malachi called it out.
Oh, he did. He did end up calling it out.
Nick,
right.
I always called him Malachi because he's dressed like an Amish brother. Do you remember that? Scary. He was like dressed like an Amish brother at some show I did, and I kept calling him Malachi. I think he put it out there on the Twitter machine and was like, "I'll just say who it is, punk ass Magic Inc." I was like, well, why not? Right? Instead of
I'm not going to blow up their spot. What am I talking about?
Yeah, let's go. See, Karen remembers. He says, absolutely.
It was nice this weekend. I met some brand new talent that you may be seeing in the NWA coming forward. The Heavenly Butterflies. That was a team that really stood out to me. Although I'll be honest with you, it didn't. I even talking to him, I didn't realize it till the match started that Fabu, Exotic Adrian Street. Didn't even make the connection until I saw the face paint. And I was like, there we go. Also, it's very nice to see some young up-and-coming talent. A young man who reminds me of someone else I know. That would be Katina. He's going to be a part of upcoming episodes of NWA Power, Anthony Katina. And that young man, I don't know why anybody would hang out with Chris Silvio Esquire, but who's to say?
Do you want a special guest?
I would love a special guest.
To you live from Jamaica.
Oh,
Come on.
Jamaica.
Ari.
Oh, baby.
Yeah. Ari, baby. Mm-hmm.
How is this even possible? Isn't this like going to cost you a shit ton of money? Or am I just that old where I think long distance charges?
Did it cost us a lot of money when we did it in Australia?
Oh, did we do this in Australia?
Yeah, remember I did it from the cruise ship, Kyle.
Yeah.
Well, look at that.
My lovely brother.
Hey!
Hey.
She can't hear you. I'm wearing headphones.
That's
They're screaming.
It was faster now than when I last saw her.
Tonight, she sat through our show. Joe's wife, Shelby, is not a big fan of wrestling. She was at our event, and then, we lost him already. Now she's on the podcast. Boy, oh boy, you're just dragging her through it all, baby.
Yeah.
You were missed.
So how's the honeymoon going?
It's going great. Look at this great place we're at. This great hotel. We're at the pool over here, chilling. It's dark. I'd take you to the beach, but you can't really see anything.
That's nicer than the place that I got.
God bless Shelby is definitely the quote. Somebody in the chat had that down.
That's nicer. That's nicer than the place I got drunk at last time I was in Ocho Rios. I was in a real shady bar.
Oh yeah.
It was okay though. I bought a round of drinks for everybody so I'd get out of there, and we were all friends when I left. But
you just got to have the right strategy at all times.
Even the bartender, I was like, "Come on, man, Irie." He was like, "All right."
Hell yeah! I did the 2-hour timeshare sales pitch conversation. We made it through. I told him no, and we got the free romantic dinner on the beach on Thanksgiving. So that's my Thanksgiving dinner. We suffered through that to get the romantic 4-course meal on the beach on Thanksgiving.
Yeah. In case you're wondering how much of a professional Joe is, he was literally at Return to Row Bars, got in a rental car, drove to the airport, and they made their way to Jamaica. That's how much he cares about you, the NWA fans. And now he just reeks of jerk chicken, which frankly is very okay with me. Joe, I kind of spoiled this. I hope we weren't supposed to. I know it's upcoming, but screw it. It's going to go on sale later on this week. Hopefully, NWA Paranoia, of course, our next event in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Revolution Live. Please do.
Wow.
I'm good with it. I don't.
Letting everybody know.
Yeah. God forbid somebody finds out we're going to have a show and they want to buy tickets. How dare I let people know upcoming events? What a horrible pitch, man. Just let it all be a mystery.
No, you shouldn't do that. That's a bad idea.
It's a bad idea. God forbid we have another 1,000 people at a show just randomly.
Don't do that. As a matter of fact, tell people tickets are going to go on sale, but don't let them be on sale for another 48 hours.
Let me do that. You have been drinking. I love you, baby. No, they're probably going to drop Friday. I'm just putting that out there. As long as nothing gets screwed up with me. And
you're speaking it into the universe, so it must happen.
Oh, of course. This is what happens when Joe's on vacation and I'm set to run the office by myself. We'll see what happens. By the way,
drinking Starburst.
Oh, baby, that's where I'm at. Oh,
Vic Delicious just texted me and he said, "Good evening."
Good evening.
What's up, Vicky? Right? Yeah, super sweet.
We're basically in recovery mode, guys. It's a holiday week. I don't know if you've ever worked in an office before, but during a holiday week, a lot of stuff doesn't happen. Although on our end, a lot of shit is happening, but we're just going to relax.
It stops.
Either nothing happens or it all has to happen in a short time frame.
Yeah, everything needs to be done by Wednesday noon. After that, you're screwed.
After that's over.
So, knock on wood, because
I've got a
look at that.
Tile.
Yeah.
Whoa.
What else we got going on, guys?
I wanted to change the camera to the other camera, but it doesn't let you do that on StreamYard. I can only do off. It doesn't let me do. Oh, maybe more. Settings.
I like how you spelled Jamaica.
Yeah, Jamaica.
Yeah.
Jamaica. That's who I am right now. Wait. There we go. Wait. There it is. Yeah.
Look at that.
Now you're getting the view. Now you're getting the view. You guys want a tour?
Do it.
Sure.
Seriously, we're filling time here, guys. This is a more relaxed holiday edition. We're starting our vacation.
Well, there's my wife.
Hello.
Okay. That's the resort there. That's the Wild Orchid. We're at right there.
So
his butt is wet now.
I've been joking that they're going to a swingers resort for their honeymoon, but when it's named the Wild Orchid, now I'm really thinking that I was spot on.
They have They have a lot of phallic orchids around.
That's okay. Joe's a pollinator, so that's what you got to remember. He's helping.
Well, that's what
miss CJ. CJ's on the thumbnail, but CJ's not on the show. CJ doesn't speak a lot of English.
We will speak of CJ shortly, though.
Portuguese.
Where's CJ? If I can do this from Jamaica, she could do it from San Juan. I'm just saying. Wow, this is riveting, guys. Oh my God.
It's dark.
We see a lot of cats.
What if he gets mugged?
There's peacocks.
I wasn't going to say mugged. I was going to say
all-inclusive
but okay. Yeah. You know, Joe, a lot of places, never mind, that would be considered slander. I was just thinking a lot of places in Mexico and those resorts, it turned out they were spiking the drinks.
With what?
Drugs to make you unconscious so they could do things.
Well,
do you know
there's enough alcohol to do it. Here's the ocean, y'all.
Oh.
Is it a heated pool? That's an ocean.
Yeah, and there's somebody having the romantic dinner that I had to do a 2-hour seminar and sales pitch to no sell. Nah, we're poor, brother. I can't afford that. There we go.
Yeah, I've done that before.
That's what I'll be doing.
So what is it? Green blue or green something or blue green?
Are you talking about colors? I don't know.
I would take the walking tours in Jamaica, and I was in high school my senior year, and like everybody, they told us not to take these certain cabs, and then we wanted to, and they would always offer you ganja. And I remember like every shop we'd go into, somebody would be like, "Hey, where's some ganja? Hey, you got any ganja?" Blah blah blah. Anyway, I remember we're walking back to the ship on the cruise I was at.
Are you getting up real close to them? Are you going to get them? Are you walking across the ocean?
What's up? Surprise, bitch! You're on a podcast.
Welcome to the show, baby.
You're about to walk into some Serpent in the Rainbow action if you're not careful.
Oh, this is fantastic.
I like that too.
Yeah. All right. What'd you guys talk about already?
Oh, we were talking about last weekend's event. Last weekend was 2 days ago. Feels like forever today. Upcoming shows, what's going on, merchandise, you being on your honeymoon, me having a very funny experience last night. Joe, I'll send you the picture, but Sarah and Sam met last night.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it was interesting. It's good.
That good.
Huh?
No. We wouldn't. It's a PG thing on here.
Yeah,
it's like playing like a late 90s, like what's that game, like
Mist?
Something? Yeah.
Oh,
there's Danny Neals. Wait.
I'm right here.
Okay.
All right.
This is good. This is the most
boring
first person shooter ever.
No, this very much just looks like stuff that my girlfriend's kid watches, where it's just like people watching YouTube videos on a screen or like video games. I feel like a zombie's about to come out of somewhere and you're going to have to hit him. What do you think Joe is armed with yet? It's early in the game. So Joe probably doesn't have anything serious. He's probably got like a mallet or a shoe. I remember Dead Island. That was a very fun game. And then you have to, as the game goes on, you get more things. But it was also on a resort island, possibly in Jamaica, fighting zombies.
From a bar I've spent most of my time at today.
Yeah, that was a good one, Joe.
Yeah.
No, I sometimes when I'm working will put on like walking, like just POV, like walking tours of like Tokyo or something, you know, with like it's just like HD walking through the city or something.
Gary, thank you. I might start doing that because I could use a little change of pace.
What rig is Joe using? I think it's an iPhone.
I got a stabilizer thing on here.
Oh, okay.
I forget what it's called.
Nice.
It's one of them ones. You know, one of them stabilizer gimmicks.
Joe's a professional, ladies and gentlemen, unlike me. Yaman. I don't know the Yaman, though. Why'd you put Yaman?
Yaban.
Yaman.
I appreciate the chat. Anybody who's sticking with this while we hang out and watch a live tour of this resort that Joe is at.
Hey, while we're getting a live tour, maybe we should plug Power.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, look at this. Yeah, see, Rambalak
is my favorite walking in Japan. Okay, you just made Gary Horn's night.
Yeah, this is good. Yeah.
And what rig is Joe using?
You had it.
I was using quite the rig that's going to result, hopefully, in somebody getting pregnant.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, baby.
Greatest live stream ever. I love it. Yeah, let's talk about it.
Oh, my God. This is real. Oh, wow. I feel like I'm in, where the hell were we? St. Louis again, down the
Louis,
street
giant
near the
chestnut?
Mexico place.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Not as big as the one near
All right, we
the
all-
Chase, though.
All right. Is Pirate Birchall the new spectacular? You're going to have to tune in to find out tomorrow night, NWA Power, where the new spectaculars will be revealed. Joe, I love you. I'm so happy for you. Go celebrate. You don't have to be a part of this.
I
Bye,
will.
baby.
All right, thanks for
leaving.
coming in,
Y'all
Joe.
got it.
Just walk into the water.
Bye.
We'll never see
Say bye,
Joe
Shelby.
again. Bye, Shelby.
She's like, all right, hang up the phone.
Right, you got away with it that long. All right, yeah.
I thought, if anything, that's the reason why he will be murdered on his honeymoon, is because he took the time to make work happen. He was answering texts today after I told him, please don't respond to this. NWA Power tomorrow night, 6:05 Eastern time. Go to youtube.com/NWA while you can, because eventually we will not be on the YouTube channel anymore. Let's get people fired and pissed off about that. Regardless, CJ front and center. Somebody said they wanted to see her. Look at her. The joy, the Portuguese, the beautiful confusion that is CJ. And then also we've got Rolando on there. We've got Thrill Billy Silas Mason, the NWA National Heavyweight Champion, Kylie Page, the second generation of Page sisters right there, a champion in her own right, NWA World Women's Tag Team Champion. And of course, the manager of champions, Aaron Stevens there, making Blue Steel happen with his blue jacket. And then also the holidays, folks, Thursday, get ready for it, because a big turkey gobbler match happening on Power this week. CJ, a low blow to Aaron Stevens, hit him right in the jewels. And needless to say, that's the face he looks when you actually hit him in the testicles. I just want to let you know that.
Now listen,
Aaron Stevens offering that challenge to CJ this past week. Actually, have a clip of that real quick.
My question
now you
here
celebrate
is that if CJ loses,
sneaking up
then
and
does she have
striking
to
me
gobble
in the private
Portuguese?
plums. See,
'Cause that
you
is
laugh
the
at that.
native
Everyone laughed at that. They thought it was funny. CJ did that because, bottom line, Magic Inc. didn't pass the test, so she got mad. So CJ, I am officially challenging you to a contest, a turkey gobbler match.
An actual match?
Yes, but no. Not an actual match as you would have it. I am a gentleman. I will not strike a woman. There will be rules. This will be grappling. And the loser has to gobble like a turkey. CJ, I hope you like wearing a turkey suit, because that is exactly what the loser is going to have to do. Dress like a turkey, gobble like a turkey. Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, all right. Well, there you go. Now, Danny, you were saying right before we went to that clip, is she going to have to gobble in Portuguese? And I don't know if that's different or.
Ooh, that's a great question. I don't know there. I was seeing the chat. May is such a pro.
Now you celebrate.
Sorry.
What is happening there? May also, if you follow May's social media there, recently got another TV gig. She's going to be hosting a couple of things coming up, so good for her. Also,
more than one TV gig for May.
Speaking of which, I saw Candy hanging out with May in LA online. Look at that. Hopefully she was pushing those deals.
Yeah, maybe.
Where can we see NWA or if it's not going to be on YouTube? Nowhere.
I can't talk about that yet. Yeah, if you follow another company's like a misspelled house, maybe they're saying things, but that's news to me. And that network hasn't told me that. So congratulations. I've been drinking and I'm decompressing, so I'll probably say something I'm not supposed to. At least I'm not doing the things that Jim Mitchell does.
Danny Deals always says, "Don't sell the marks."
Yeah,
that's what you got to do.
I don't know what you're talking about, baby.
Kylie Page is going to be in a big matchup with Big Mama, debuting in the NWA. I think this is Big Mama's debut. I don't think we've seen.
That is Big Mama's
debut. Yeah.
And Kenzie Page has her work cut out for her because Big Mama.
It's the Kenzie Page graphic. You're right. It should be Kylie.
Oh, Kylie Page. Sorry about that. I'm just reading. Oh,
no,
that's right.
But it's Kylie. It's baby
Kylie
sister.
Page.
I do not make the graphics, even though it seems like it's a mistake I would make.
It's Hibon, and Hibon has a lot going on, you know. So the
Okay,
important part
Page,
is that they know who's in the
listen. Everybody knows by the picture. Pretty Empowered, I mean, they're in demand everywhere. You know what I mean? So everybody knows.
Arms look big right now.
Yeah, you do look jacked. So
yeah,
but Kylie,
it was like 110 pounds. I think is the difference there between the two of them. But Kylie's no, she this week on Power did not seem threatened at all.
May, let's take a second. Do you know who I am? I'm Kylie Page. I'm a champion, a history maker. Titles run in my family. So I don't care if she's 1,000 times bigger than me. I don't care if it's Cosmic Mama, Wanda Mama, your mama. I don't care because I'm going to win.
I think it's very nice that Pretty Security, my cousin, got booked into that. So that's fantastic.
That is your cousin.
Yeah, it's got to be my cousin. The family resemblance is there.
The guy on the left?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yes, Mark.
Yeah. Mark and I are both love tanning, and he's a Davis.
I missed Mark. I didn't see him this weekend.
I missed Mark too. I did notice that. Oh my God. And if he was called Mark Davis, he'd be another guy from the 90s. Don't Google Mark Davis from the 90s. You'll find something else out.
Yeah. I got my money on Kylie Page until, the Pretty Empowered are just, they don't lose. I mean, that's what it is. What else is on Power there, Garrison?
Oh, so that's who's getting the.
Oh,
always blame the Fixers too. That's what the sheet said. The Fixers stole it. Kylie, not Kenzie. Yes, we're aware the graphic is wrong. We had to talk about it, but when there's so many moving things, I can't juggle, and this is a pair of scissors that I shouldn't be juggling. Oh shit!
Could Big Mama be
second generation? I have no idea.
Speaking of Thrill Billy, though, Thrill Billy's going to be in a big match. It's going to be
what's Thrill do?
Taking on New Spectaculars 1.0. Now that is 3 on the 2.
Take
the Spectacular.
Take the Southern 6 plus the points. Come on, man.
Well, here's the thing. We don't know who the new member of the Spectaculars is going to be. We've seen the tryouts. If you follow Rush on social media, he also was doing tryouts of his own there. Who will they pick to be the third member? I mean, on here I saw Paul Burchill being listed. He is my pick for this. Out of everybody I've seen, if you don't pick Paul Burchill, you're an idiot. But then I remember this is the Spectaculars. They might pick the wrong choice anyway. And Kylie is not like 17. Kylie is 22. And we know this because when she started with it, I'm lying, she's not 22. She's like 19.
She's 19.
Yeah,
she's 22.
Thank you. Because I remember when she started, we're like, hey, can we just see some ID or something? Wrestlers are going to wrestle. And I remember Joe looking at her ID and be like, holy shit, you don't even know what 9/11 is.
I hope it's Talos too, Devin. That would be awesome.
Oh my God. Talos could bring the Spectaculars to new heights. You see what I did there because he's tall?
New Spectaculars 1.0. It's a clever name. Yeah, we saw Mercurio try out. We saw Paul Burchill. We saw Midas.
Rush
seemed to take to Midas.
Rush really wanted Burchill in there, but
Rush was for Burchill.
So my money is Burchill.
We don't know what's going to happen.
But I can tell you this weekend, even this weekend when we were at Robar's Arena, Rush was chilling there hanging out, and he was asking people, hey, pitch yourself to the Spectaculars. And at one point in time, I witnessed Rush asking EC3 why EC3 should be in the Spectaculars. And EC3 was just like, I don't want to be in the Spectaculars. And Rush still asked him to just give him the reason why he should pick him.
I will say, Gary, that that a lot of people were excited about Burchill. It got a lot of love online that Burchill was back. But a lot of people are kind of like, maybe not in the Spectaculars. Maybe we'd like to see Burchill elsewhere in the NWA, but not with the Spectaculars. I don't know if they feel like
I'll take a Burchill anywhere I can get him, but I prefer him not in the Spectaculars. I'm just putting that out there.
Yeah, but
speaking of which, he asked me a question, and I need to send him a text.
You need to send Paul Burchill a text?
Yeah. I'm going to tell him, whatever you do.
His partner was Robert Gibson. That would be fun. Yeah.
Hey, it's Kyle. This episode of the podcast is very inside about what goes on.
It is very inside, and you're just going on about it. That's great. Hey, you know what time it is? It's time for story time with Rush.
We're gonna rise from the good. Don't count your luck. Back to the touch. Looking like we were breaking the rules. We live for the rush.
This is the Spectacular Rush Freeman, and this is Story Time with Rush, damn it! Oh, this is what we call an audible. So today I had this spectacular story picked out for you, and I needed to make some minor adjustments. So we're going to come back with that story at a later time. But today I wanted to talk about what I have coming up. The biggest match, the biggest thing ever. We're going to unveil the new Spectacular tomorrow night on NWA Power. You can't miss it. You have to tune into YouTube and watch it. But We're going to be facing those stupid idiots, the Southern Six. And speaking of stupid idiots, I just got back to my work in my company-provided vehicle, and I saw the parking attendant who was just parked nearby. Just worst scum of the earth. If you ever want to be a parking attendant, just don't. Anyway, so he gave me a $35 ticket last week for parking too close to a crosswalk. I was about 18 feet back. You're supposed to be 20. See what I'm talking about? There's plenty of room to walk. Anyway, so I saw him in his car. I pulled right up to his window. He's sitting there on his phone, on his notepad, whatever. I pulled right up, looked out my window, and all he sees is these eyes of intensity just staring at him. He looks at me. He looks right back down at his phone because he's a coward, and that's the kind of job that cowards have, is giving people parking tickets. So if you are one of those cowards giving people parking tickets, I don't care if this gets me canceled, get a new job. Thank you for tuning in for Storytime with Rush. I hate you, Joe Galley. I hate you, Danny Deals.
I am the one that is the meanest. No, I take that back. Joe is the meanest to Rush. Never mind. Rush, I did pop more inside. He goes, I had to pull an audible there. Rush had filmed another story time with Rush. And so
would have got it canceled.
We don't know that. Could have been. I'm not even up to date about anything, to be honest with you. For all I know, things have been cleared up, but I was like, now's not the time to introduce new characters that may or may not be problematic to some people.
This is why I like Noni in the chat, because she can help add some detail to this, some context. It's not about room to walk, Rush. It's about ensuring adequate angle to ensure pedestrians can see cars and cars can see pedestrians. So this is what Rush was not aware of. Clearly, thank you, Noni, for helping add that.
I like that.
What else is on Power tomorrow? I know we got more than two things happening.
No, there was three things, and that was it, man. That's the three big matches announced. I mean, obviously, it's not everything on Power, but you got Kylie versus Big Mama. You got Southern Six versus New Spectaculars 1.0, and you got the Turkey Gobbler match, CJ versus Aaron Stevens.
Why does CJ get to have people in her corner and Aaron is by himself?
We don't know that. It's just the way the graphics made. Graphics aren't accurate all the time. Remember, Kylie, Kenzie, you never know, ladies and gentlemen. All I do know is I'm very excited to see that Turkey Gobbler match, because I don't even know what a Turkey Gobbler match is. And also the idea of, I don't know what a Portuguese turkey sounds like. So I'm very excited in case Aaron Stevens wins that. Every time I see Rolando do the spectacular hand gesture during his entrance before his match, it looks like he let out a fart and tried to fan it while he's trying to pick up chicks. Sorry, but this is what it looks like. I like that I didn't even know what it was saying until I started reading it. That's fun fact. If you ever hear me do voiceover, no idea what I'm saying until I say it.
Ooh, good point, Kobe. Yeah, I don't know who's going to be at ringside. We haven't seen that yet, but only managers are allowed at ringside, right? Deals. I mean, that's a regular thing you guys have to point out on commentary. You have to have managers.
You get your manager. Well, Joe always likes to point it out. I think it's rubbish, but yes.
Danny Deals is the one that points out that the Carnage and Damage might be French. He's the one that points out.
Yeah, Carnage and Damage. I'm telling you. But, you do have to file for your manager license. You could be a curtain wrestler. And maybe Aaron's got something up his sleeve there. Maybe we're going to see something, right?
CJ is very good. She's been in the ring before. We've seen her compete in certain aspects.
I don't know why people always act like she's never wrestled on the show.
I was about to say the same thing. CJ has wrestled on the show.
What was it, 73?
And after. Yeah. And before.
She was just at the – Yeah, she has wrestled.
Yeah. She had a match against Natalia Markova, if I remember right, as well.
Yeah.
But
she was a little rusty, but she got into it at the end.
Well, I also want to point out, I think there's a thing going on with Magic Inc. where CJ is very much taking on a managerial role, but she asserts herself when it's time and definitely shows that there are other skills that she possesses that, I don't know, it's like she likes you to forget about it until she needs to use it to destroy you.
She disappears and reappears, abracadabra. And she has a match tomorrow on Power.
Yeah, and so Eric might be right. Aaron Stevens might be taking her a little too lightly here because CJ can wrestle. We know we've seen her do that. So if Aaron goes in there thinking that CJ has no skill whatsoever, he's going to be highly disappointed, I think.
Mike Brown, there will be a deal. It's going to get blasted out this week. I'm going to have a long Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale. Yes.
I'm so glad I put a note on my phone. Hey, if anybody collects comic book action figures, McFarlane Toys Animal Man goes on pre-sale tomorrow. Yeah.
CJ and Aaron are in the same position. Managers know how to wrestle. Huh?
There you go.
You know?
A lot of times managers have had that in-ring experience, even going back to Bobby the Brain Heenan.
I stole the show at 74. All right. What are we talking about?
I actually just watched a match in the car last night to the bar for the party. Sauronaro versus PJ Hawks versus Colby Carino. Danny Deals at ringside. And I got to be honest, Danny, it was weird to see you as a manager because I just think of you as a Kyle guy. You're like my boy. And yet here I am. I'm watching you do commentary. You do this. You do the merch. You do everything. And sometimes I forget. Manager of champions yourself. This guy right here.
That's the new shirt Deals is I'm a Kyle guy.
See, the last time I was in a match at NWA, Frankenberry chokeslammed me so hard I ended up at the announce booth.
I don't like shitty people. You will know this. So if I get along with somebody, they're not garbage. They might be a little bit of an asshole, but they're not garbage.
Yeah, that's right.
CJ is going to destroy Aaron Stevens.
Or she's going to destroy those testicles one more time. By the way, this is me doing a low blow.
Yes.
There we go. I need new shoes for the gym. Where should I shop for Black Friday? Anybody got shoe recommendations for Rush Freeman? I need him some shoes so he can walk his ass on out of here. Ha!
I think he should go get some of them roos. Remember them roos with the Velcro?
Oh, yeah.
I think that's,
Matt Cardona, NWA World Champion. Actually, let's talk about the world title picture right now. Just a little conversation there. If you saw Sal win, you know that Matt Cardona interjected himself in the main event, EC3 versus Tom Latimer. And I can tell you this much. In the office, the chatter is this. Is Matt Cardona someone that should be in a world title match going forward because he's interjected himself? And also because both men, Tom Latimer and EC3, have brought this up. They're not happy that Matt interfered in that match. It wasn't how it was supposed to go. So the question is, coming up, NWA Paranoia, January 13th, will we see Matt Cardona in the world title picture? Will we see a singles match? Will we see a triple threat match? You watch this, folks. If you're on here, you're a fan of this, you follow it, you actually care. And I just want to let you know, we're trying to figure out what the world title situation will be at NWA Paranoia, January 13th, Revolution Live, Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Yeah, Mike, that wasn't a turkey gobbler match they used to do. It was a turkey suit. So a little different, but turkey suit, but same spirit, I suppose.
EC3
and I agree with you. Interjection should not.
Tyrus and blew it. What?
He beat Tyrus for the world title. I'm so confused by that, but that's okay. I saw another person on here that's saying like interfering in a match shouldn't get you opportunity. For the most part, interjection should not mean you get a title shot. But the truth of the matter is, people inject themselves in other people's business on a daily basis, and when you get personalities and emotions involved, sometimes all it takes is just pissing off the right person to get the right shot just because they want to spite you, and you end up taking that. I will look up ASICs and
Do BKs exist?
I don't know. British Knights?
British Knights. Wow.
I know somebody referenced British Knights, and I'm like, I remember that being a big deal, and I had to get them because like the gold BK logo.
Well, it had the British. Yes. I never had them, but I remember them. That's a blast from the past.
How long before we see the Robars taping? I believe 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, pretty soon.
Steph DeLandro would be interested. I mean, she's always been around with Matt Cardona. Who knows what'll happen? Remember, Matt Cardona never lost the belt. I mean, Matt Cardona handed over.
He had to give it up. I mean, he didn't. Yeah. He wasn't beaten for it, right?
Yeah.
Well, Amy's got a big thought on it. You should read it because I'm not going to read the whole thing here.
Hey, by the way, I just invited Paul Burchill to this next week.
Yeah.
To the live stream?
Yeah.
Nice.
I was like, hey, want to be a guest next Monday around 7:15? We'll see what he says. Will he be the new spectacular? Will we be talking about how he's not the new spectacular? I don't know. But I'm right now. This is future booking, ladies and gentlemen.
if you missed that clip that we played right before the stream went live, James Bell, Cardona beat the hell out of all of the spectaculars.
Can I tell some? I'm gonna put this out here, and I'm gonna tell this. It's a legit story. You're talking about Cardona joining the spectaculars. We're backstage. It's NWA Live. Where the frick were we? Knoxville, Tennessee, and we're backstage. And Cardona is just angrily has his back against the wall when he goes, "You see this guy over here? He'd make the perfect Matt Cardona lackey." Turns out Rush Freeman's brother. Matt Cardona had seen Rolando backstage and went, "That guy right there is money. I want that guy. I want him to be in my family." And then he was so angry because Rush Freeman was like, "That's my brother." And then I remember Matt Cardona looking at him and going, "What a waste."
He was pissed.
And then Rolando beat Matt Cardona.
Hey, Bobby.
Twice. So, hey, Bobby, good to see you. Thanks to everybody for being in the chat.
Yeah, thanks for tolerating this version of it. I mean, again, we're all trying to pick up the pieces. Anytime we have a show on a weekend and we do this coming up on Monday, it's usually just a train wreck because we're not prepared and our brains are 15 different things. Cardona only comes around for pay-per-views. That's because Matt Cardona, he wants to get paid, and he's big money Matt Cardona. At the end of the day, I'm happy to have him whenever we have a pay-per-view or a live event. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy to have all the talent we have in the NWA there. I got some favorites here, and I got some people I really don't like, but at the end of the day, one person's opinion doesn't matter. It was fun. Thank you. I'm glad to hear that. I know that these are just three guys who you're like, why are we listening to them talk? But we appreciate it. We hope you like talking about NWA.
Great.
Because we do too. It's our lives.
Cool, you guys
Thanks for being a part of it.
Yeah. Let's see here. This might be my favorite wrestling podcast. Probably the only wrestling podcast I watch at this point.
I would love to talk to you about other things, but then what happens is I'll start going on our tangent and I'll be like, hey, who's this? Who's that? What do I like? What is this? I'd love to talk to you about all of wrestling, but we're here for the NWA specifically. And besides, what makes for an annoying talent? It could be anything. Mostly the thing I find most that rubs me the wrong way with people in general are people that over present themselves in a manner that's not real. We're all flawed human beings. We all got our issues. I like anybody who's like, yeah, that's on me. I'm a screw up or this, that, or the other thing. I hate somebody who's like, I'm the greatest thing on whatever your God's green earth is. I've never been that person. That might be the problem. I'm incredibly insecure. So if you treat yourself like you're infallible, I immediately red flag you. But if you can like take a beating and be like, yeah, I'm not this, respect. What NWA in the Davis Arena. I have an arena.
I'm looking forward to this, Devin. EC3 versus Jack State.
Yes, I am looking forward to that match as well. You're going to see that in just a few short weeks. The world title will be on the line. Jack Stain finally throwing Chris Silvio Esquire to the side. Doesn't need him. Jack's the former NWA World's Heavyweight Champion. Jax has been there. He's done that. Yes, he looks like my cousin. Not a fan of him just because of that. I'm a big fan of anybody who could beat an ass while also being a guy who's easy to talk to. Jack Stain is a dangerous individual. You see what I did there? Dangerous. No, my politics would not go well with that. I am way too centralist, and I want everybody to have a way, but also be able to speak, and I will put people in their place when they're out of line. That's not the guy you want.
Politics? Where'd that come from?
Russ Freeman, what did I do to rub Kyle the wrong way? Nothing, because he's spectacular. Fantastic. I've known Rush for so many years, and Jack Stain may retake the title. EC3 may retake the title. Who knows what's going to happen? Is Matt Cardona going to have to face Jack Stain? Is Tom Latimer going to have to face Jack Stain? Is Paul Burchill going to face Jack Stain? All of these matches could happen with a world title on the line if Jack Stain can dethrone EC3. What's going to happen? You're going to have to tune into Power to find out, but not this week.
TV Network is NWA actually landing on? Anyone know yet?
No, I've been really good about not just saying it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well, if you read the dirt sheets, no TV Network.
Nobody reads. Nick Hausman's a clown. Nobody cares. Look, Plunky's kids in the chat. Devin Graves, old PJ. What's up, PJ?
I like
Rush Kyle. Yeah, that's what we need. Chance Prophet. He's
Chance
cool.
Prophet.
I like
I know
this.
Chance Prophet. I know Chance Prophet.
What else we got going on? Any questions I can answer?
Against EC3.
He's a West Virginia brother.
Power. Oh yeah.
Perfect.
I didn't even click that one. That was an accident. Yo, Uncle Deals. Anyway, oh hey, by the way, speaking of all of that, we can't get out of here without a moment of Sal. Whoop. I keep messing it up.
What can I say? I guess dirt sheets are wrong.
That was him cleaning the dirty sheets.
Yeah.
In case nobody put that together, I'm just putting that out there. Real talk, though. Real talk, ladies and gentlemen, everybody here that's following this. What I talk with my hands a lot, especially when I'm.
No, I was trying to get my thing to unmute, and it wasn't. Now it is.
Gotcha. The fact of the matter is, if you were a part of Return to Rollbars this weekend, I want to thank you very much. It was a hell of a show. Nice big crowd, loud crowd. I was super shocked when we got there and we put everything together. How nice everything was. Again,
crazy. They were throwing cheese at Kyle, Gary.
Yeah, there was one dude throwing cheese.
They were throwing like slices of cheese.
Return to Rollbars, of course, was a fantastic and a huge success and very cool and a precursor of everything is to come. And I want to thank everybody for following that. I would love to give you answers to a bunch of questions, but my boss jumped the gun and made an announcement before we could actually talk about it. So, needless to say, we're going to get to talk about it at some point, but not today. Anyway,
Kyle's not allowed to say anything. Hey, Bobby, there he is.
Yeah, Mr.
He's going to get you.
Honored to have Bobby Fulton in the chat.
Yeah. You know, Kyle could have your jacket, Bobby, for all we know. You know?
I've got a nice closet over there. Is throwing cheese a compliment in America or an insult? Depends on what cheese and where it is. It was. I'm going to tell you this.
Insult, Noni.
It was Kraft Singles American cheese slices, individually wrapped, and I could tell you that there is very few things in life. If I'm not a guy who has like tactical issues where I touch things and I go, that weirds me out. I picked up a slice of this cheese. It was warm and melted in my hand, and I was disgusted. It was one of the worst feelings I've ever had as having a room temperature. Like, it wasn't even brand name. It wasn't Kraft. It was like a just generic, maybe an Aldi's or wherever you are, whatever you have there. And when I picked it up, I go, that is not a good feeling. And I put it right back down.
Yeah, it was generic. Kyle, you're not old enough to remember this, but they used to, when I was a kid, early 80s, they had these, everything was generic. It would just be a white box.
Yeah. Government cheese. It was like government cheese.
Yeah, and cornflakes or beer. You see the white can and just said beer.
It was like just brand X. And now everybody's gotten into marketing where even the generics are super marketed.
Yeah.
Well, this has been enlightening about cheese.
Yeah.
Cheese. I did tell him afterwards, I'm like, you know what you should do? You should grab a cheese grater in the middle of a match and just this, and then instead of it, reach into your fanny pack and pull out a block of something, just start grating it into your opponent's eyes. Not the grater in their eyes, grate cheese into their eyes.
I thought you were going to tell them to hide the cheese in there and pull it out of the tub.
And he said something. I'm like, you have a move, right? Called like Fremunda. And he's like, no. I'm like, you need to.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Mozzarella, Gorgonzola. You know,
I was like, I'll give him this though. I met him on Friday night. I made a comment about
where it falls apart.
I met him on Friday night. I made a comment about string cheese the next day. String cheese in that fanny pack.
How you gonna ask somebody how old they are, Mike? Come on, Danny Deals is like, you're what, like 23 now? Did you just turn 23? Yeah.
Here's the thing that I'm worried about. I look the fun game, by the way. If you get old, ladies and gentlemen, and you watch older movies and you like see classic actors, your brain. I started watching Moonlighting, And I said, geez, I wonder how old Sybil Shepherd is in this and Bruce Willis. And I'm like, they've got to be my age. Guys, I'm about to turn 41. And I was like, they've got to be my age. Bruce Willis was 30 when Moonlighting started. Yeah. And then Sybil Shepherd was 35.
Yeah.
And
because she was a model and all that in the 70s.
Yep.
And she had acted then. And Bruce Willis, he found success late in life.
Yes.
It was later than it usually happens. Yeah, yeah.
And one of the things.
Do you remember when Die Hard came out? And I remember
it was the third season of Moonlighting.
I remember seeing the commercial and going, the guy, David Addison, is going to be a badass? Come on.
Before he became an action star. Yeah. That's always how it happens, too.
Yeah.
Remember when Chris Pratt was a schlubby comedy actor and then became Star-Lord?
Yeah.
You know, it's things like that where you're like, you get in any way you can. I went the opposite direction. I was a fit with hair professional wrestling, and then I became a schlubby, bald commentator broadcaster. All right, baby.
Which, by the way, Die Hard. Yeah, he does. By the way, Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Just so everybody's.
Oh, 100% it is. In fact, I was just about to say, I watch it every single Christmas with the wife.
Nakatomi Plaza, Daddy.
Hey, happy birthday, wife. You're not Plaza. But she has requested for her birthday we go ahead and besides be taking her out to dinner and stuff, she wants to watch Die Hard tomorrow night. So watch Die Hard.
I think I'm going to watch The Crown when we get off here. New season.
Oh,
very excited. Yeah.
I'm watching Loki right now. Nothing.
Fantastic. Really enjoyed it. Season 2, a little slow to begin with, but at the end it comes all together. But the rumor and innuendo is, what if that ending leads to him being now involved in a larger scale in the future movies in a negative manner? And I think that would ruin the entire ending for me. Either way, folks, Loki season 2, fantastic. Secret Invasion, meh.
I gotta catch up to Hell House 4 here, so I'm going to be on that.
I'm so behind on horror movies.
Talking about the Fall of the House of Usher?
Yeah. Well, no, the Hell House. The
Hell House.
Oh yeah, the prequel Hell House that just came out. Yeah. Oh, it's great. I loved it. It's the best one since.
And I don't like found footage at all, but I like Hell House. Hell House was creepy.
How do you not like found footage? I figured you would be a fan. Found footage is one of my favorite things.
It's corny as hell.
The first Paranormal Activity is so entertaining and well done.
I will say,
if there's a horror movie and it is found footage, I will watch it. No, nothing else.
Usually I'll go the other way, but I will say when Blair Witch came out, and I had to go buy tickets because this girl that I was going to go with, I had to go buy tickets at like noon for like 9 o'clock. It was like sold out. Remember, everybody thought it was a shoot.
Yep.
Right. Nobody knew. You know what I mean? And that one
was like Cannibal Holocaust. The actors weren't allowed to talk about it or anything like that.
Yeah, that guy who made Cannibal Holocaust, they almost arrested him because they thought they killed some actors and put it on screen.
Although, let's face it, Cannibal Holocaust, I've never watched the whole thing, to be honest with you, because I can't handle the fact that they really killed animals really bothers the shit out of me. Don't like people like animals.
That too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do a movie podcast.
Watch Green Inferno then. That's Eli Roth's take on it.
Yeah. That's safer. Nothing bad happened.
If you like Vincent Price / Edgar Allan Poe.
Edgar
Allan Poe. Fall of the House of Usher is all about Poe stuff.
Who are you talking to up there? That man, you don't have to tell that man.
Yeah, Michael. Vinny Price is royalty in this house. What are you talking about? I'm all over it. Last Man on Earth.
Fall of the House of Usher is great with Edgar Allan Poe stories.
Yeah. Vinny Price is a horror OG. Vinny Price, P. Cush, C. Lizzle. That's Chris Lee and Peter Cushing, for those of you who are not in on. I love the horror OG. Bela Lugosi, Boris Karloff, Lon Chaney, old Lonnie Chaney.
You know what? In fact, we're having such a great talk about this. I'm going to watch a horror movie. I'm going to get some Nashville hot chicken for dinner, and I'm going to enjoy myself. Yeah. Screw it. Workday's over. Enjoy yourself, ladies and gentlemen.
That's it.
Don't answer your emails. Jay Bradley just sent me an Uber receipt. Damn him.
Jay. All right. We should get out of here. Thank you all for hanging out with us. We appreciate it on this holiday week episode of the live stream. We're going to be back, though, next week, maybe with Paul Burchill, if that all goes through. And,
did he respond? Did he no-sell me? Did he leave me on red? You know what? Paul's new to my life. For all I know, maybe Paul is not a constant texter.
Yeah.
He's going to learn to be if he wants to be friends with me.
Jill, I hope we come to Texas in 2024 as well. Anyway, all right, everybody, thank you. Enjoy the rest of your night. And please